if we're going to see something like that, it's going to be great for the world, for the people of the world, to have a flourishing, decentralized web. And
no, I can't say, because then people can figure out how much I have. I would say I have hundreds of millions of dollars.
Okay.
Hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars exposure to Bitcoin.
Went about trying to, for some reason, trying to regulate our industry by effectively carpet bombing all of the American companies with investigations, very costly investigations, with Wells notices and lawsuits.
Well, what we do in our normal course of business at Ripple in terms of helping facilitate more efficient cross-border payments as an aspect of that, we're addressing pain points being it takes too long or it's a little more costly. I mean, what we're talking about here can be the matter of life and death, getting that assistance to the right place.
And of course, customers are at the heart of what we do and what everyone on this webinar does. So we're looking to improve the end customer experience through seamless transaction and faster issue resolution.
Because either the CIO of Goldman Sachs doesn't know what she's talking about, or Goldman Sachs is talking out both sides of their strategy at the same time. And we think it's the latter.
Would serve people's financial needs to such a degree that over time it would become, I don't know, maybe half of the global financial system.
Entire crew is go. Enjoy the ride, pal.
Baggy, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Boon o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Bull listeners, shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Go ahead, throw on those moon suits, throw on those pilot shades. Buckle up, because the future's extra. Bullish. Let's go full speed, full throttle. To the cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 2.43 trillion, down about 1.7% in the past 24. We got XRP currently right around 50 cents, still 2 for $1. Stellar XLM right around 9 cents. BTC right underneath 69K. ETH right around 25 hundo. We got Flare Networks right around 0.013. Axelar 67 cents. XDC right around 0.026. Songbird 00589. We got Ripple to pop off. The Q3 2024 XRP markets report is now live. Last quarter saw major milestones and partnerships, including ETH ETF launch. XRP drops. Key highlights of the Ripple's Q3 24 markets report. XRP status, not a security. Ongoing headwinds with the SEC suggested that lawsuit against Ripple is a key factor impacting XRP's price. Institutional interest in XRP investment products continued on very positive trajectory. Leading issuer Grayscale launched an XRP trust and filed to convert multi-coin fund that includes XRP into an ETF. And here we have the Ripple Q3 2024 XRP markets report, regulatory developments. And we also have the on-chain activity from Q2 to Q3, quarter over quarter, transactions up 99%, XRP burn for transaction fees up 21%, over 600,000 XRP burn. Average cost per transaction in XRP down 32%. Average XRP closing price plus 5.7%. Average cost per transaction down 27%. Volume on DEX down 33%. Trust lines down minus 1%. Number of new wallets up 11%. June 30th, Ripple held around 4.6 billion XRP. September 30th, down to 4.4. Also, total XRP on ledger escrow June 30th, around 39.5 billion. September 30th, 38.9 billion. We got one from Cointelegraph, 13.2 billion. Cantor Fitzgerald CEO says, I have hundreds of millions of dollars exposure to Bitcoin, and it'll be billions.
I have one last question for you before I let you go. How rich are you? And how much of your net worth is in Bitcoin? Because if I don't ask you, everyone will be really mad at me.
If you took my stake in my public companies, which is public, and you did the public math, you'd see a couple of $1 billion.
Okay.
Okay. And then at least a couple of $1 billion. And then you'd have, what's Cantor worth? Yeah, I'm not saying. Okay. But things are good for me. How about that? Is that a nice way to say it? Since Cantor owns the stakes in the other companies, it's good for me. So, and I have
like the percentage. You don't have to say exact number, but like, how do you think about either you or Cantor?
I don't have a big enough percentage. I probably have, I can't say because then people can figure out that no, how much I have. I would say I have hundreds of millions of dollars.
Okay.
Hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars exposure to Bitcoin. And it will be billions.
I was going to say, so next year when you come back and we'll do this again and you'll be a Bitcoin billionaire and,
but you remember that model I told you. So if every time Bitcoin dips, I'm going to be the buyer. Right?
Trust me, I know why you're doing the lending.
DAI would have had my crypto monopoly with Ethereum if it wasn't for that pesky XRP army. XRP Unleashed is coming. Many forget that he and ETH gang were running around worried about regulations until ETHgate created so much pressure that Gensler had no choice but to put the ETH free pass in a gray area.
Chair Gensler entered office a few years ago, having recently said something to the effect that 75% of these digital assets are clearly not securities. And he entered office and he recognized that he didn't have a mandate to regulate these tokens. So he asked Congress if he could have a mandate, and Congress did what it does best. It sat on its hands and it did nothing. And so Chair Gensler went about trying to, for some reason, trying to regulate our industry by effectively carpet bombing all of the American companies with investigations, very costly investigations, with Wells notices and lawsuits. And that effectively stalled, intentionally, I believe, stalled progress of our technology in America.
Well, before we run out of time here, we talked about this a little bit in Washington, D.C. when we last spoke about it. You just mentioned Congress just took their hands off a bit. Okay, well, what are your expectations for Congress doing something next year? So what we're seeing via our interactions with the two parties is that there's a real understanding that decentralized protocols and crypto represent the next evolution of the economy, the next evolution of the World Wide Web, and that Congress behaved brilliantly via safe harbors and prudent legislation at the advent of the internet and the web, and that resulted in innovation and it resulted in American leadership. And so if we're going to see something like that, it's going to be great for the world, for the people of the world to have a flourishing, decentralized web. And ideally, the world will evolve with an American. All right, you seem optimistic.
We got RippleX Dev. The XRP Ledger Oracle pricing amendment is now live, now integrating BAN protocol, DAI data, or XRPL natives oracles provide secure real-time data for key DeFi features like the AMM and lending protocols. This marks a major leap forward for institutional-grade DeFi. Runs on Ripple. We got one from Andrew D. Vilbis. Ripple XRP, imagine hundreds of thousands of refugees able to save money in RLUSD and able to interact with the XRP Ledger on-chain finance primitives.
I mean, the fact that it's multi-year, really speaks to this being a journey. And I think, well, what we do in our normal course of business at Ripple in terms of helping facilitate more efficient cross-border payments as an aspect of that, we're addressing pain points being it takes too long or it's a little more costly. I mean, what we're talking about here can be the matter of life and death, getting that assistance to the right place, to the appropriate people. And so, I think investing the time and effort to get it right is hugely important.
If you can make it work in some of the places that we work, you can make it work anywhere.
Right.
Got Mr. Man XRP Swift Essentials to be fully implemented by 2027 with all Swift messaging complying with ISO 20022 by November 2025. BRICS Bridge proposed to be built within the year of the 2024 BRICS Summit, potentially going live around 2027.
So a few years ago, the G20 made enhancing cross-border payments a priority. Swift Essentials aims to help achieve the goal of limiting cost, improving speed, boosting access, and increasing transparency of cross-border transactions by 2027. In line with Swift's own strategy of instant and frictionless, Swift Essentials will increase speed and security. The products included in Swift Essentials will help streamline the end-to-end payments process. And of course, customers are at the heart of what we do and what everyone on this webinar does. So we're looking to improve the end customer experience through seamless transaction and faster issue resolution.
We got Smoke Dog. Remember to watch what they do, not what they say. Listen.
And just to rub in the point that what you hear in the press is not the reality. This is the update of the BlackRock ETF, which is called IBIT, the Authorized Representative List. And we thought this was fascinating because in the same week that Goldman Sachs' CIO said there's no purpose to any of this, Goldman Sachs was signing up to be one of the most important partners for BlackRock in the launch of the Bitcoin ETF. And you have to smile because either the CIO of Goldman Sachs doesn't know what she's talking about, or Goldman Sachs is talking out both sides of their strategy at the same time. And we think it's the latter. But it does make you smile. And Citibank the same, by the way.
Robert Kiyosaki banking crash has begun. Oklahoma Bank shuts the doors down. Watch out, bonds and commercial real estate markets next to go. Take care. Another one from Mr. Man XRP when Swift shifts over to ISO in November 2025. This is the breakdown that other financial institutions will be given and need to tap into Swift. There are a few options. There is a high value option and low value option in GPI. The low value option moves 10 trillion. Just think what the high value and GPI options do. The overarching package is known as the Swift Essentials, and with the essential packages, these are your options. We got Grayscale XRP Trust is open to eligible accredited investors seeking exposure to XRP, which powers the XRP ledger and distributed network used for cross-border payments. Learn more about Grayscale XRP Trust, see important disclosures, or reach out to us, grayscale.com. XRP Trust. Watch your guru. Elon Musk says if done right, X could become half of the global financial system.
Essentially, if done right, the X would serve people's financial needs to such a degree that over time it would become, I don't know, maybe half of the global financial system.
Wow.
Or some big number.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the number is, but pretty big. So it would be by far the biggest sort of financial institution. But like I said, not really in the way that people are used to thinking about banks. Mm-hmm. Just the most efficient database for the thing that is money. Like I said, least amount of fraud. Everything's real time. And if it involves money in any way, it can be dealt with seamlessly on one node.
Welcome to the internet of value. We got some charts and a few other things to close out. Mustache altcoins. So much panic, and yet the USDT dominance only retest is a bearish breakout. After the retest equals fireworks for crypto. Market makers know exactly how to unsettle the majority of people before it goes higher. We got Edgrad Crypto BTC bullish breakout. Great news. BTC has successfully broken out and confirmed the retest phase. BTC now just 1 day and 15 hours to maintain its position above the white channel for a complete body closure. This is super bullish. The green pattern suggests a potential rise to 110K range by December 2024. And taking a look at the BTC dominance chart here, since inception, it was around 95 to 98%. After the 2016 halving cycle, we dropped down to around 35% when XRP rose around 76,000%. In the 2020 halving cycle, BTC's dominance rose to around 72, 73%. And then we found a bottom of around 38%. And one key thing to keep in mind here is the BTC dominance continues to fall lower and lower from 99%. And in the 2020 cycle, only reached to around 72%. Currently, we're around 60%. BTC dominance continues to fall. Utility coins like XRP coming for that top spot. With that being said, Batman Bag Ladies, election day is a few days away, November 5th. 3 days, everything's changing. I hope you got those bags packed, locked and loaded. The longer they take, the higher we climb. On that XRP, rich list, TikTok, where will those bags be when that regulation jar molasses finally breaks open? And XRP's true price is finally revealed. Big bags. Later glitches.
Welcome to the party. This a moon party. Hey, this a moon party. Hey, welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. party. This a moon party. Welcome to the party, we don't play round here. Moon suit on her, you get sprayed.